So now we're going to calculate the odds of winning a lottery. Let's say it's a cash 5, we'll call it. And the way to win the lottery is we have to select 5 numbers out of a possible 50 possibilities. And in order to win, we have to get all our numbers selected. So what are the odds of getting all 5 numbers? Now, whenever I do this, I try to visually think of like the easiest way to solve the problem. And I visually think, okay, there's 50 open numbers, and I'm going to select the first 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the numbers I picked when I went to the cashier to get my lottery ticket. I picked 1 through 5, and those numbers have to appear out of the 50 numbers for me to win the lottery. So I think that's the easiest example to get this going. So now I visualize the first ball, like a ping pong ball, getting randomly dropped into like 50 open number spots. And we need it to fall into one of the numbers we selected, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So let's say that it falls into one of these possibilities. It goes into 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's what we need for us to win the lottery. That's the first step. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are 5 possibilities, and there is a total of 50 possibilities. So the odds that that first ball went into one of those 5 possibilities out of 50 is 5 out of 50. It could have been 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Those are the 5 that we needed it to go into. And it could have been any of the other 45 numbers that we didn't need to go into. So there was 5 good numbers and 45 bad numbers. That was the 50 total possibilities. Now, when I'm continuing on with this, I think visually how I continue to look at it visually. And now I pretend that the first number that the ball went into was, it could have went into any of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, for us to continue to have a possibility to win the lottery. But I'm going to assume that it went into the number 1. So the first ball went to 1. So now there would be 49 open possibilities because the 1 is filled now with the ball. And we need that second ball to either go into 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now that's 4 possibilities out of 49. So the odds of the first 2 going, or our numbers getting selected, are 5 out of 50. That was the first number. And after the second number was, or after the first number was selected, the second possibility was 4 out of 49. Let's say that one of those 4 numbers was the 2 was selected on the second ball. So now 2 of the numbers out of 50 were filled up. So there'd be 48 possibilities. And there'd be 3, 4, or 5 that the third ball has to go into. So we continue on in this way where, I'll write this down. So we have 5 out of 45, or 5 out of 50, times 4 out of 49, times 3 out of 48. And I'm not going to continue. It's just same pattern. There'd be then 2 numbers left out of 47, and then 1 number out of 46. We multiply all those numbers together, and that would give us the odds of the lottery. Now, when you do that, you're probably going to get this really small decimal number. Well, you are. That really is insignificant because people don't want to know what 0.000006 is. They'd rather know it's 1 out of whatever, 166,666, something like that. So if you want to know what are the odds in a more understandable way, you would just flip the fractions. So like 5 out of 50, for example, ends up being 0.01. But if we do 50 divided by 5 and flip the fraction, then it's would happen 1 out of 10 times. So it's just a little trick that if you want to just get the number of how many times you would win, you would just do 50 times 49 times 48 times 47 times 46, and divide it by 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.